in conversation with some fascinating ladies who've changed the game in the world of video, music and gaming. Only on Hangama Game Changers podcast.
Hi, welcome to Hangama celebration of the 50 Game Changers 2024. Over this season, you will get to know women who are chalking their own path and paving the way for the multitudes to follow in the field of entertainment across music, video and gaming. I am Raunaq from Hangama, and it is my pleasure to welcome the game changer, Kangkana. Kangkana is a game streamer from Guwahati who rose to fame as the youngest female gamer from India after starting her game streaming career only in 2019. She goes by the gaming name of Mystic Ignite and also currently wears a totally different corporate hat, managing social media and community engagement in Dream Sports, focusing on online marketing, campaign management and growth. Welcome, Kangkana. Thank you for taking the time to share the knowledge and shorten the learning curve.
Thank you so much, Raunaq, and thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
No, it's always exciting, especially when we're talking to the gamers, because really, first I always want to know, tell us about how did it happen to you or did you plan this? How did you become a gamer?
For me, I actually did not plan on this. It just happened. So I used to play games since my childhood days, So I did not have a computer back then. So whenever there was a summer vacation, I would go to my cousin's place and they would have their old computer and they would play games on. And it always was like very interesting to me. I would always stand by their side and watch what they're playing. And that's how the interest in gaming started in me. And soon when I was in class 9, my mom bought me a laptop. And as soon as I got the laptop, there was a game I really wanted to play. The game was called Sims 4 back at that time. Yeah. And I was like, I really want to play this game. So I downloaded that game and the download took me 2 to 3 days, honestly.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And then I was playing that game day and night. My mom was, honestly, she was tired of that game watching me play. And that's how it started. And soon, I think after my class 10, I got another laptop and this PUBG mobile came to India, And then every one of my friends was playing, they were like, even on social media, people were talking about that game. And I was like, I want to try it out. It would be fun to play with my friends because back when in my childhood days, I only played games which were like single players, This entire multiplayer battle royale concept was really new and it seemed so much fun to me. And so my mobile at that time, it did not support PUBG Mobile. So I had to, so I did it on emulator. Basically, I played that game through emulator on my laptop.
Yeah.
And I just played, I had fun. I made many friends in that game online. And I just kept on playing. And then one day, one of my friends, he was into gaming, like proper gaming. He had like a gaming PC and all that stuff. He said, hey, you stream, right? Like, you play games, right? I said, yeah, I do. But I don't know much about it. But I know I enjoy it. So whatever I can get, I just play, So he's like, hey, we have a YouTube channel. Why don't you join us as the female creator and just start streaming, And that was the first time I heard about the entire concept of game streaming, that you can actually play games and stream at the same time.
Right.
So that's how it started, basically.
Okay. Now tell me, sometimes you just have the right people give you a little bit of a spark or a push at the right time. But tell me about getting in and getting accepted as a female gamer. And at what point, Kangkana, did you start identifying as a gamer?
So when I actually got the opportunity to actually become the female creator of that group, they started on YouTube. So I used to go to one of my friend's house because I did not have the proper gadgets to stream. I used to go to his house and I would stream on his PC, and then I would come back home. My mom was really supportive. She was like, okay, she wants to do something. She's interested, let her do it. Her entire thing was that just make sure that you're also studying, Just don't be like, I am leaving studying, I don't want to go to college or something. Don't be like that. Keep on studying, but do whatever you want. And so I did that, and I told my mom I am really interested in that, and I really see a career in this game streaming, and I really want to do it. And she was like, okay, fine, if you want to do it, then I'll get you a PC. So gaming PCs costs a lot. So my mom, so I talked with a bunch of my friends, and I bought like a second-hand gaming PC, which was a server PC in a gaming cafe basically. So right. My mom bought it, and I started streaming on that PC. It was really terrible, but I started there. And then it was a collaborative channel, but I wanted to do something on my own, which was mine, So another friend and one brother, he said, hey, we are streaming on Facebook, Facebook gaming is new. Why don't you come to Facebook and try it out and see how it goes? You can start your own page there. I said, okay, fine, I'll try it out. He said that we also stream. You can join us while streaming, then you'll have some teammates to play with and stream at the same time. That way it would be more engaging and stuff. So I was like, okay, I took that up. I created my own page in 2019 on Facebook, and I started my journey there. And back at that time, literally there was no Facebook gaming in India. It was only outside of India, only in US and all the North America, all over North America. And I think Philippines, Thailand, those were the countries where Facebook gaming was actually operating back at that time. So in India, some of the creators I knew, they started, but there were no representatives from Facebook at that time. So right. No girl gamer whatsoever, no girl streamer. I just started, and so surprisingly my page really grew well there, It only took me a year or so to cross 10K, and after crossing 10K my page really took off really with a very good pace. And then Facebook gaming officially came to India, and they had this partner program, and they said, hey, there are no female creators, gaming creators in India on Facebook. And right. And then I joined, and I became the first female Facebook partner from India, because there were no female streamers back at the time on Facebook. So that's how the entire journey started on Facebook. And now I have, I think, more than 100K on Facebook right now. But right now I have also started my journey on YouTube recently, right, which is very new. But I'm excited to see where that goes.
Tell me, Kangkana, why the name Mystic Ignite? Explain that to us.
The funny story behind it is I used to read a lot of fantasy stories. I was always obsessed with fantasy stories.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so I was like, I would read all these stories about some strong witch queen and stuff, and I was like, hey, I really want to be like one of those characters, So I knew that I really wanted the name Mystic, I was really set on that. It felt so mystical, so magical. I was like, oh, right, this is so good. But I also did not want it to be only mystic. I wanted some other word with it that would make it more powerful. I don't know. I just wanted to feel more strong. And so I went to one of my friends. She's a very good friend of mine. I said, hey, do you have any ideas? I know I want the name Mystic for my page, but I want something more to it, I want something added to it so that it sounds more, I don't know, powerful or something. She gave me a lot of options with the word Mystic. One of them was Mystic Ignite. And I was like, oh, I really love this, this really feels like my name. I think I'll go with this. So that's how I came up with the name Mystic Ignite.
Okay. Tell me, Kangkana, one of the things that I've read, and I've read extensively on this, in the gaming world, once you've got your headsets, more importantly, once you've got your avatar in the MMOGs, a lot of women do explore names that are slightly more androgynous so that they don't end up with as many people hassling them. Is that something that's happened? How do you deal with that?
So for me, for my name specifically, people never assume that it's a girl, but my intention behind the name was never like, hey, I want a name that is like androgynous so that people can't guess, but it never happened to me. And I don't know, from my experience, it never happened to me, but I don't know about the other girl gamers or the female creators out there. But for me, the one time it happened was that I was playing Valorant, and then I did not expect a girl was playing in my team, and I never use voice comp because once I use my voice, they know it's a girl, right? And that's how it all starts. If I sometimes people are really good, I get really good teammates, but sometimes I don't get the good teammates. If they hear it's a girl, they'll just assume, and if I'm not playing up to their mark, they will just start saying that, oh, it's a girl, that's why she's not playing well. So one day there was a girl in my team, and I never use voice because I'm scared. Because I'm streaming, I don't know what they will do. So I never use my voice, but she was using her voice, and I was like, oh, she's so brave. Why is she using her voice? But she was using her voice, and she was playing so good. She was like the top fragger. And then it gave me the confidence to actually use my voice, and I literally used my voice and told her that, hey, enemy behind you or something. And then she got to know, oh, it's a girl again. She got so excited, and she was like, oh my god, we have the same skin and everything. And then she sent me a friend request, and I saw that her name was Cheddar, and I would have never guessed it was a girl. But then I love when women talk in games because that gives me the confidence and makes me feel very comfortable, So that was one of the wholesome experience I had in game with a female.
That is wholesome, and that is really cool. Yeah. Tell me, gaming is really coming of age. Esports and gaming as a gamer, not just as a developer, is really coming of age. How can women get in and not feel so much like an outsider?
I mean, when I first started, there were not many female creators out there, especially in gaming, right? But with how I have seen the gaming community grow, I see lots of female creators now that are really big names, like Pyle Gaming and all the female creators from Seoul. They are doing so well, and it is very good to see, because even now, compared to the male gaming creators, the female gaming creators are really less, but still that there is a chance, this gives all the women out there hope that, it's something that we can do. If these women can go and make it out there and have such big names in the industry right now, of course we can do it as well. So if any female out there who wants to get into content creation, especially in gaming, I would say just get on your PC and just start doing it. Don't think too much about it,
Yeah, I do think we tend to overthink and over-rationalize a little bit more.
Yeah. What if people told me? What if I don't play good?
Yeah.
I know.
Tell me, can you make money as a gamer, as a female gamer in India? Can you make enough money to support yourself and kind of build it out as a career?
Yes, definitely you can. Nowadays, like I said, the partner program, for any partner program, especially on YouTube or Facebook, any of the big platforms, you do earn quite a lot. And that is one of the things. Apart from that, you have monetization, right? You have the ads, then you have subscriptions. People buy the subscription to your channel so that they can support you more. And then you have donations like super chats and stars and all that stuff. So there are lots of ways a creator can earn, but it will take you time. You cannot just expect that, hey, I just started streaming, like why am I not earning? It does not happen really quickly. It took me probably 1 year or so to start earning. And for me, when I was like a partnered streamer on Facebook, I was also doing my MBA back at that time, and I actually did my MBA with the money I earned through Facebook. The only thing my mom paid was the admissions. Yeah. So I'm happy about that because I supported myself. I got my education degree with the money I earned through streaming. So I think there is a lot of scope for earning in content creation, especially now. Plus you have the brand deals, right? Brand deals are there, but even if you don't get brand deals, there are so many ways you can earn through your channel.
What's the average life of a e-gamer?
I think it differs from person to person. If somebody is
a question, why didn't you want to build on that as a career? Why did you also feel like you should go out and get your MBA, and now you also have a day job at Dream Sports? So you're wearing that hat as well?
So for me, I have a single mother. So for her, it was very important that I can sustain myself financially. Right. And on top of that, she is somebody who gives education quite a priority because she is also a teacher. So she was like, you need to get your education. She even tells me to study right now sometimes. But she's like, you need to get your education. It was never a question that I should not do masters or something, I will do it, and it wasn't an option. So I had to do it. So I did my education. And after that, I think for most Indian parents, it's a thing that if you're doing anything, any freelance work or anything that is not set in stone,
Right.
They want a proper, safe job that can help you throughout life, right?
Settle ho jao.
Yeah, settle ho jao. So for me, once I completed my MBA, my next thing was that I need a job. That way my mom would be stressless. She would be happy, and on top of it, I don't have to explain it to every other person I meet or my relatives or my family friends that why am I not doing a job, and how is like content creation sustainable and all that stuff. I don't have to go through it and explain them again and again. So for me, I applied. I was into social media anyway. I love doing content creation, so social media manager seemed like the perfect job for me. I applied, I got a job, and I shifted to Bangalore. And once I shifted, I also continued my streaming. It's a hectic timetable for me, for sure, because right. I wake up, get ready, go to office. I do my office work till 7, and then after that, I come back, cook food, and then sometimes I even go to the gym, and then I come back and stream. It's a tiring routine for sure, and I miss my gym days quite a lot because of it. But for me, it's a hustle. I love it, and hopefully it pays off.
Oh, absolutely. I think it will. You're already breaking so many of the stereotypes. As a woman gamer, as a corporate gamer where you have a corporate job during the day and streaming at night, as somebody who's also playing games out of love and passion and still get yourself to the gym. So I think you're breaking a lot of those stereotypes.
I can't do it all every day. It's only few days I do everything.
Okay. Tell me let's sort of shout out to the allies. Talk about the people who encouraged you, who kind of gave you confidence, who helped you, collaborated.
For me, firstly, my mother, she was very supportive. I see in my chats most of the time there would be a kid who would be like, "Didi, I also want to do content creation, but my parents won't let me."
Right.
So most of the time, it makes me feel really grateful that my mom is really open-minded, and she's a go-getter, and she's like always pushes me to do something I want. She wears multiple hats. She's a teacher, she's a professor, she's a music teacher, she's a violin teacher. She does a lot of things, and even a businesswoman. I don't know how she does it. Maybe because of her I get inspired to do so many things.
Right.
Or definitely my mother, she is very supportive. But for all the kids out there, I would also say maybe your parents are disagreeing to it because you're not also bringing good marks. So focus on your studies. That way you can get your parents to say that okay, fine, you can do it. So that is one thing. And secondly, I have a best friend. He's also a content creator called Mithumer143. He has left content creation as of now, but he was really supportive throughout the journey. He was somebody that taught me how to stream, how to set up the OBS to stream. OBS plays a big part in streaming, of course.
Right.
I actually, when I first started streaming, I did not know how to respond to people in the chat. So I would just read the chat in my head. I would not say it out loud, and I would not reply. And he's like, "No, that's not how you do it. You read the chat out loud and then you reply." So he was somebody that taught me the basics. And even now he helps me with content creation. Sometimes if I need somebody to shoot something for me, he's always there to help me. So that's great. And his brother was somebody that gave me the opportunities to actually, when I became the first female Facebook partner from India, he is the person that got me in touch with Facebook. He is somebody that always brought me opportunities. He introduced me to brands and stuff. So I think those three people are like my top fans and always have cheered me and motivated me and pushed me to be where I am right now.
That's really cool. Kangkana, everybody sees, especially in the content creation space, everybody sees the wins, and they see the releases, and they see the attention. What they don't see is how much time and effort, discipline, and also a little bit of heartbreak has gone into the process. So tell us the exhausting part of the journey.
It's definitely not easy. For content creation, one of the main things is that you have to be consistent with it. You cannot just put up a video or a stream one day and then disappear for a month or a week. That's not how it works. So for me, it was that I have to be consistent with my streams. I have to stream every day. I can take 1 or 2 days gap in the middle if I'm sick or something. But even then, I have to keep my audience reminded that, hey, I'm just sick, I'll get better and I'll come back strong. It's very exhausting at times because you're doing it daily. You have a burnout. You can't think of other ways to entertain your viewers, and sometimes you just want to take a break, and it's okay to take a break. But for me, consistency plays a big part, and it is exhausting for content creators, let me tell you that. And
I think in the beginning, when you're creating content for a very, very small number of people, it's easy to get dejected. How do you stay motivated at that time?
It was hard to stay motivated, but like I said, most of my like Mithu and his brother and my mom, they would say that it's okay, just be consistent, one day you'll get the viewers. And if sometimes I get really sad, I even cried because of my streams, because I felt like I wasn't getting nowhere.
Well,
so they said, see, you have these 2 viewers, right? Look at how they are commenting, look at how they're supporting, they are always ready when you're streaming, they're always there when you're streaming. So mostly those supporters, those viewers, they really made me go through it. I was like, okay, one day I'll have more, and it actually happened. One day I might have 2 viewers, next day I might have 5, and that's how you grow. It takes a long time, it takes a lot of patience, but thankfully I had people who were really they were motivating me quite a lot throughout the journey.
So, Kankana, from everything that you've told me, networking and knowing the right people, other gamers is really important. So, a very large part of being a gamer is sitting in your gaming chair on your gaming PC. But also, it's equally important to know the other people so that they can recommend you, so they can promote you, so that they can team up with you, collaborate. How do you stay connected, and what advice do you have for people getting into this space on staying connected?
I would say, for me, if I meet a gamer, like I told you the story where I met this gamer girl in Valorant, right, who was talking. I actually started connecting with her on Instagram as well, and we sometimes text each other. It's not a huge deal, but whenever you come across gamers or people who are in this industry, I feel that just reach out to them. You don't have to do much, just comment on some of their posts. That's how we start the relationship. Sometimes you find those relationships to be really fruitful and really good. They become more than your friends, more than like work peers or something, and then those people would definitely recommend you. But just reach out to people. Don't stay like, sometimes it happens to me as well. I feel like an introvert and I don't want to talk to people. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this collaboration. I don't know if I want to join the Discord channel. But I do it at the end of the day. And sometimes it becomes really fun. Recently I joined one of like a streamer group, and they were like streaming together, and one of my friend he told me, just join their channel, it's okay, just play with us. It does not look good if you don't join the channel, because everybody is there. And I joined, and surprisingly I had lots of fun playing with them. So just reach out.
Yeah, actually, I think, also you ask somebody for help. I say this often, they will most likely help you. Tell me, Kangkana, do you allow yourself to manifest? Do you visualize what's coming next? Do you plan for your personal growth and hope for it? Or does it kind of happen to you the same way that maybe gaming happened to you?
I do visualize. It's more of like I daydream quite a lot, not gonna lie. I want to get into manifestation, but it hasn't happened to me yet. Okay. But I do quite a lot of daydreaming, and it truly motivates me. I'm like, if I do this, I'll do that, and I'll be like this, and then I'm like, okay, I need to work hard to at least get there. So not a lot of manifestation. Sometimes I am also someone that stresses a lot over small things. So especially this year, I just took a chill pill. I'm like, hey, whatever happens, happens. If you're enjoying it, do it. If you don't enjoy, don't do it. Don't stress over it too much, That's what I'm following this year.
I think that's a great mantra, and I think everybody should follow it. But tell me, what are the 3 biggest anxieties as a gamer? What are the 3 biggest things that you are constantly, trying to work to build or strengthen or work around?
For me, one of the biggest thing is that how I perform in a game. I have performance anxiety quite a lot. Reason I am not doing pro esports, because I am a really competitive person. Any game I play, any match I play, I really do try hard, not gonna lie. And I really want to win. And because of that, when I'm in a setting, suppose I'm playing in an event, I really get this anxiety. If people are watching, I get this anxiety. If I'm not performing well, what will people say? That really constantly gets in my head. And because of that, my hand starts shaking and I don't perform well. But it's because I got into my head and I started thinking about it, If I just was if I stayed calm and just focused on the game, I think I would have been fine. But that's one thing I'm really trying to be better at, not shaking and getting nervous while playing. That's one thing. And I think most of the things I got over with the years of streaming. And yeah, that is one thing I'm mostly concerned about.
Apart from the performance anxiety, does imposter syndrome still become a thing, or is that not something that you grapple with?
Not in my case. But in the middle, when I was doing my streams on Facebook, especially towards like the end of it, I just there was this thing that I had to reach this much views, criterias, lots of criterias were there, lots of milestones and stuff. So it happened to me in the middle, but I just took a step back and I just took some time off, and I realized, I should do what I enjoy, and I shouldn't be who I'm not. I should be who I am. Like, if I am this girl, I'll just portray her. If people like it, great. If they don't, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I can sleep without any worries that, hey, I did my best and it was me. And I'll be happy with myself. So,
actually, I think that would be a great piece of advice for a generation growing up surrounded by social media and the pressures to hit milestones.
yeah.
And really just would love to get from you a sense of, there are so many people that are now suddenly talking gaming. Gaming globally is now a larger, business than music and entertainment put together. That being said, what are the ways for people to get into this as a career? One is, of course, having the practice of playing the games, but even for the ones who do play, I heard about a school that actually is setting up a gaming studio, not just to develop, but also for gamers. How do you start there and then build this into a career?
I did not know like a class was set up for that. It's very interesting because I think most of the creators that started gaming in India, they just went with it, they just got a camera and they just streamed the game they were playing, Especially I think the gaming industry boomed when PUBG Mobile came into the scene. And it became really huge at that time. But for me, the three things that you need to be successful is like consistency, enjoy what you are doing, because if you don't enjoy, nobody's gonna enjoy it anyways. It does not matter if you're good at the game or bad. Try to be entertaining, at least.
Yeah.
So I think mostly that, and have patience. And if you just be yourself, consistent, be who you are, be funny, and try to deliver the entertain, then I think it will do the job. I don't think you need that much of, I don't know. I don't think you need classes for that, honestly. But for people, of course, if you want to learn like the entire, lots of people come to me and ask, how do I set up OBS? That's
Right.
one thing you need to stream. I think if there was a online course or something, there are lots of videos out there how you can set up OBS and stuff. I just tell people, go search it on YouTube. You'll find everything on internet,
Yeah.
Just go and you'll get it. I would not pay to learn about it, honestly, because I think I can manage that on my own.
Time better spent playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Kangkana, please nominate 2 women in gaming for the long list of 2025. Our jury will take the final call, but the same way we're celebrating you, we'd love to hear about 2 women you'd like to celebrate and amplify.
For me, most people know her as Zaya. She's a very big content creator. She's a streamer in India and she's a YouTuber. I would love to nominate her because when I first started streaming, there was only other girl streamer out there who was doing on YouTube and was big, was Zaya. And she was she really motivated me. I would go watch her streams to actually learn how she interacts and stuff. And she is genuinely a sweet person. I haven't met her IRL, honestly, but from her online persona, I love her. And because she's one of the OGs in this industry, I will nominate her. And secondly, I think I would like to nominate a upcoming streamer. There is one gamer girl, a streamer in YouTube called Monica. She's also from Assam. Also, I don't know her personally, but I just stumbled upon her stream one day, and I follow her on Instagram. She's a small creator right now, and I would like to nominate her because she's just starting out. So.
Thank you. I think those are both great recommendations. One OG and one upcoming gamer.
Yeah.
I think we'll be delighted to have both of them on the list. I think the most interesting thing, Kangkana, about chatting with you is that gaming for you is both deeply collaborative and yet deeply personal and individual. And I think that's what makes the connection with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been lovely talking to you and learning from you. And congratulations to the many mountains you will still climb.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time talking all about gaming, and it was a great time. Thanks a lot.
This is Raunaq from Hungama. Thank you for tuning in, and stay with us as we meet more women in entertainment who aren't just playing the game, they are changing it.
In conversation with some fascinating ladies who've changed the game in the world of video, music and gaming. Only on Hungama Game Changers podcast.